Well, you got to have courage. You need the courage to believe the truth if you are going to listen to this program. Welcome back, my good friends. El Rushbo behind the golden EIB microphone, meeting and surpassing all audience expectations. This debt limit business. Now, look, I know it is not an exciting. In fact, it's what I call a button push issue. And by that I mean you're driving around on your car, you hear the word debt limit, you hit the button to change station. I know that's what it is. But I know also you're intrigued enough by what I think about it to hang in there. You're willing to give it a chance even though it's not sexy. I'm going to tell you what this is about. In addition to getting it done, in addition to growing the size of government, expanding the debt limit, and increasing the opportunity to legally spend this country into oblivion, there's another reason to doing this early now. And that is to get it done before anybody starts paying attention to it as part of the presidential campaign, because if it remains undone, it will become part of the campaign. And we run out of spending authority soon. And by December, what is it I just said? December 11th, 10th? Yeah, it happens to be my brother's birthday, by the way. Then we're shut down and we can't supposedly pay our debts. And that's all bogus. And, of course, this is when the Republican establishment gets into gear, starting worrying and fretting about a government shutdown. And you pressuring representatives in Washington to screw this. We got to stop spending, enforce the debt limit. It's a limit for a reason. And then we can't. It will result in a government shutdown. Obama would veto it. The government will shut down. And we'll automatically lose the presidential race right there. We shut down the government because they want you to believe that 90% of the American people cannot get through the day without government up and running and operating. And that the government shutdown is the equivalent of an asteroid hitting the planet and making us all go extinct. That's how they position a government shutdown. We're all dinosaurs obliterated by an asteroid strike. And we can't do it. And they think most people think of it that way. So the Republicans are always going to get blamed, therefore we can't do it. They don't want you to have any say in it, which is why they're trying to hustle and get it done now. The public doesn't have much of a chance of being heard on something like this anyway, but if they can wipe it off the books before the campaign gets going in earnest, then it's all to the better. But I just want you to remember some history. Senator Barack Hussein voted against raising the debt limit twice under George W. Bush. He said it would be irresponsible. He used all the arguments I used, in fact. Why have a debt limit? If you're just going to keep blowing it up, why even have it? There's a debt limit for a reason. We must stay within our means. We can't. This is what Obama said as senator in voting against it twice. First time was March in 2006. He did it again September 2007. And he was joined by Joe Biden, Harry Reid, other top Democrats who all voted against raising the debt limit. Now, they had a political reason for it back then. They were trying to ensure George W. Bush would lose the Iraq War. And they thought that stopping the debt limit from being raised would limit Bush's ability to spend money on the war, which would then lead to us losing. And the Democrats would be more than happy for America to lose a war when a Republican is in the White House. My question is, why do we need to raise the debt limit? I thought Obama's out there saying he's cut the deficit. Obama's bragging about cutting the deficit. Obama's bragging about reducing